Castres Olympique returning to knockout rugby, restored to their stronghold. Benetton on the trail of history for the Italian game. Big riposte from Pierre-Fabre. And the first touch of the day for Reno Smith, who loses his footing and the ball. Chabonny stabs it on. Baget gives chase. They're all tumbling off the stage, and Baget will score. Bambi on nice scenes from the Benetton players.
Hacked the ball down the middle of the pitch after Castres cleared. It was Smith just losing his footing. The ball came loose and it looked like it was going to be mopped up, and it was Baget.
Got a bit of a point to prove, having been let go by Bayonne last season. Well, Babillot's coughed it up, and Favretto of all people is onto it. This is Menoncello for an immediate riposte. Benetton within a metre. Gagnon bulldozing and scoring. The touch paper's been lit in the scorching south of France, and all the joy and fervour leached from the Castres home faithful.
Credit to them for the response. Another error, wasn't it? But as soon as they won possession, look at the power. Stopped just short of the line. You wonder, would Castres get back?
Stade Pierre-Fabre rises because Benetton are under pressure. Castres have got their tanks motoring. Jedrasiak, 5 metres out the home team. Arata, Van Verberg, just shackled. Blind again. Lebrun inside to Chabonny. What footwork from the fullback.
A skip. Here you'll see the replay. I think that was Nacho Brex trying to get in the referee's ear to say there was obstruction.
I think they were level.
Just trying to see what Carl Dixon said. There was Brex was asking, was there obstruction?
But for me, they were both level.
Couple of dynamic carries, and here comes the inside ball. Yeah, you can see what he's arguing for, but I think the trial stand was a lovely jink. Look at that off the left foot, and then he re-accelerates, gets his body height.
Benetton wanted to move that ball quickly to the right-hand side. It'd still be a chance for them to do so, but Scrafton's tied up. Ball is loose. Albornoz throws a dusty one. Baget's picked his pocket. No stopping him. Grand larceny in the south of France.
I'm trying to play wide. You just see a couple of contacts lost, trying to offload off the back foot. Again, you can see the pass. You can see where he was trying to go with it. Baget did well. He got high, got in the passing channel. It looked like the ball was going to go behind the back. He reached out with the big hand, plucked.
Urin, Gagnon. There's that footwork. There's that power. Urin again. Zuliani. A lithe open side flanker, 2-man tackle. Urin again, Brex, Albornoz, Mendy coasts home.
No.
Benetton punch right back, and they haul themselves within a score as half-time approaches.
Lovely stuff from Benetton, right from the set piece. It looked like the maul was actually creeping down towards the line. On that sideline, they looked to play. A couple of really good carries in midfield. That one in particular from that man, Thomas Gaillot. And then here, look at the play on the edge. It's Brex and Menoncello. You can see Menoncello getting around the outside, and they just pull that ball back in behind for Albornoz on the loop. Mendy.
Benetton playing fast and loose in their own 22. Oh, hang on, Favretto has spotted a gap, and he's got options left and right. Out the back door to Mendy. Wonderful cover tackle, but the offload is a peach. Wow! Forza Leone! A jaw-dropping, nerve-shredding counter-attack in Castres, polished off and gobbled up by a slumbering Nacho Brex.
What an unbelievable score. We said Nakawara was going to impact the game. He did. 3 offloads in 30 seconds. The last one went to ground. And this is what we absolutely love to see, isn't it? 4 big forwards, front fibers.
Ball in playtime through the roof. Pulses racing. Noise deafening. Here's Van Verberg. Chabonny looking for the pass. Babillot! 2 minutes of solid.
Where do you start with that? Don't know if I've ever seen anything like it in my life. I think the Benetton players just want to double check that he was onside there. Passage of play, 2 minutes of absolute madness. And it was a lovely kick at the end. And even when the ball jumped up in the air, you thought Benetton were going to scramble. You thought the drive was maybe going to be gone. But again, another offload. And they get over the line.
Scarlet cards flashed in the direction of the Castres centre. This game's had almost everything. Now it's got a sending off. And Castres down to 14 for almost an entire half of knockout rugby.
Obviously you have options, you have over there or over here. Okay, perfect, thank you.
It's hard to argue with the decision, how it was managed. Probably took a long enough time to go back and tidy it up. Surprised that the TMO didn't come in and intervene quicker to get it dealt with, but they got there in the end, and referee Carl Dixon, it was very hard to argue with any of his points. It was slightly late. The player could have been lower going in. He gave every chance looking back, you know, for was there a slip, was there a bump, was there not a clear line of vision, was there anything that could have given any form of mitigation? No, there wasn't. Good decision.
Jacob Umanga has replaced the stricken Albornoz, who can't recover from that collision. And Benetton set the drive, and Bernasconi sneaking down the touchline. It's a power play finish from the Argentine hooker, and Benetton capitalise straight away on the Castres discipline.
Yeah, dreadful maul defence as well from Castres. Too easy. Bernasconi's had a big start to the second half, had 2 or 3 carries in that ramp. First attack, does really well, doesn't he? Just picks his chance.
Penalty advantage.
The momentum swings in this game, so pronounced, so compelling to watch. Lebrun scoops it through the middle. We're all square with 48 minutes played, and Marco Bortolami takes the opportunity to change up his front row. Both props replaced.
Castres still look really, and tap and go.
Oh, hang on, they're not messing around here. Benetton attacking the 13 men of Castres. Here's Paulo Adogwu sizing up Ambadiang. Adogwu's got speed. Adogwu's got power. Adogwu has 5 Benetton points in a game of scintillating tries. That might be the pick of them.
Huge credit to Benetton, so clinical. Everyone thought they were getting ready to kick down the line. Lovely pass from Brex, a double pump. He zips it, he just gets it into Dogwu's hands early, and he's just given too much space by Mbadiang. Too much space, gives him the outside. Here it is, he goes and he gets, and then a handoff comes. He's a big man, not the best attempt at a tackle you're going to see. And what a score. As I said, you just thought Benetton will be trying to take a bit of sting out of this game, kick the ball down the line, get...
Chabouny now. Oh, he seems to fend off the first tackler or two. Fernandez goes blind. Baget kicking for the chase of Christian Ambadiang. There's that Formula One engine.
Castres were going to pull away and Benetton was hanging around. It feels the opposite now. How well does he do? The defence from the Dogwu's really good. Manages to not only keep the ball in, but put it perfectly in that in-goal area. And that man, Ambadiang, he's been busy this second half. What a score.
For the 4th time in succession, the monsters of Castres rouse themselves for a potentially match-settling scrummage. Fernandez wants it. He's having a run at Fekitoa! Landed the winning body blow.
And that Benetton front 5 are going to be so disappointed. How well did Ferrari do on the loose head side, but the backs were just too passive. Malachi Fekitoa.
Fernandez to give Castres the lead. He doesn't blink. He doesn't flinch. He does his job.
And the one thing that Castres have done today, worse than anything else they've done, is kick-off receipt. We've seen them gift the ball back to Benetton about 4 or 5 times. They need one good kick-off receipt here and get the ball over that stand.
Everything comes down to this. Umanga's kick's a bit long and Castres have it. They just need to get the ball off the pitch. Fernandez fittingly does the job. in the clash of the underdogs, in the match of the unfancied.